Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 313 of the 365-day trivia road trip. The questions today come from Krista from Barre, Vermont. Now, we've already played one of her trivia quizzes a couple of weeks ago. Today we're playing her second trivia quiz. Same as the first, we've got 20 questions up front and a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of the episode if you need to stick around for that. Question number 1. Mesopotamia, one of the earliest civilizations, sat in the Fertile Crescent region of Western Asia on a plain now known as the Cradle of Civilization. This area sits between which two rivers that formed a system running through Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Kuwait and emptying into the Persian Gulf? Which two rivers? The answer is the Tigris and the Euphrates. Question number 2. What musical by Irene Sankoff and David Hein takes place in the Newfoundland town of Gander when 38 planes carrying approximately 7,000 people were rerouted to the Gander International Airport on September 11, 2001 and were housed and fed by residents there for the next week? This is such a cool story too. Look it up if you have time. The answer is Come From Away. Question number 3. The RMS Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage from Southampton, England on April 10, 1912, sinking on April 15th after striking an iceberg. Over 1,500 perished, including Captain Edward John Smith, millionaire John Jacob Astor IV, and what naval architect who was responsible for the ship's design? This was the guy who famously said, "Not even God can sink the Titanic." His name was Thomas Andrews. Question number 4. In the town of Castle Rock, Oregon, Gordy LaChance, Chris Chambers, Teddy Duchamp, and Vern Tessio go on a transformative journey down a set of railroad tracks to find another teen's dead body in what 1986 coming-of-age film? Those four are the characters from the movie Stand By Me. Question number 5. The 100 Years' War, fought over 116 years during the late Middle Ages, originated from the English claims to the French throne and saw which military leader, and later the patron saint of France, emerge victorious at the Siege of Orleans? She famously turned back the English. Her name was Joan of Arc. Question number 6. Singer, songwriter, keyboardist, and percussionist Danny Elfman has had a prolific career as a live performer and as a composer, scoring over 100 films and working frequently with directors such as Tim Burton, Sam Raimi, and Gus Van Sant. What was the name of his new wave band from the 1980s? The answer is Oingo Boingo. Question number 7. Destroyed along with the city of Herculaneum by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, which ancient city was discovered to have graffiti written in the largely lost vulgar Latin on its walls and inside rooms? Destroyed along with Herculaneum, this town was Pompeii. Question number 8. What creatures, popularized in European folklore in the early 19th century and recorded in some form in cultures around the world, were known in local folklores as Striga in Albania, Vrikolikas in Greece, and Strigoi in Romania? The creatures we're looking for are vampires. Question number 9. What American abolitionist and social activist born Araminta Ross served as an armed scout and spy for the Union Army during the American Civil War and went on 13 missions, rescuing approximately 70 enslaved people? The answer is Harriet Tubman. Question number 10. Halloween is a celebration that begins the observance of All Hallowtide, a time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead. Modern holiday traditions trace back to Scotland and Ireland, and theory holds that they are influenced by what Gaelic festival? This old Gaelic festival is called Samhain. Question number 11. In the 1975 film The Rocky Horror Picture Show, newly engaged couple Brad and Janet break down on a dark and rainy night and walk to a nearby castle where they encounter a strangely dressed group at a party doing a dance called the Time Warp. What is the first step of this dance? As the lyrics go, it's just a jump to the left. That's the first move, and then a step to the right. Question number 12. What is the name of the mathematical theorem which shows a fundamental relation in Euclidean geometry between the three sides of a right triangle, stating that the sum of the areas of the two legs equals the area of the hypotenuse, written as an equation as a squared plus b squared equals c squared? The answer is the Pythagorean theorem. Question number 13. Which acrobatic pop rock star was born Alicia Beth Moore on September 8, 1979 in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and has enjoyed great success as a multi-platinum selling performer with hits like There You Go, Dear Mr. President, and Raise Your Glass? Her name is Pink. Question number 14. What politician and humanitarian spent time serving in the Navy's submarine service before entering into politics? First as a Georgia state senator, then as governor of Georgia, and finally as the 39th President of the United States. The fellow we're looking for is Jimmy Carter. Question number 15. Our solar system, consisting of 8 planets, Pluto, each rotating on their axis tilted at their orbital poles, and all orbiting the sun, each have natural satellites, with the exception of which 2 planets? Which 2 planets do not have natural satellites? The answer is Venus and Mercury. Question number 16. Which artistic movement, peaking in the early decades of the 20th century, was characterized by visual distortions and hyper-expressive performances in order to emphasize inner emotions rather than replicate reality, and produced films such as The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Nosferatu, and Metropolis? The answer is German Expressionism. Question number 17. In the North African city of Casablanca, what song is Ilse Lund asking the pianist for when she says, "Play it once, Sam, for old time's sake"? Play it, Sam. At Rick Blaine's Cafe Americain. That popular song from the movie Casablanca was called As Time Goes By. Question number 18. Between February of 1692 and May of 1693, the Salem witch trial saw religious hysteria which caused hundreds to be accused of witchcraft, resulting in the executions at Proctor's Ledge of 14 women and 6 men, all by hanging except for Witchman, who endured being pressed to death by stones. You'll recognize this name. The answer is Giles Corey. Question number 19. Scrubs is a medical comedy drama created by Bill Lawrence that follows the life and daydreams of intern Dr. John Michael, or J.D. Dorian, and his best friend Christopher Turk, along with their colleagues, as they rise through the ranks at what medical facility? What's the name of the hospital in Scrubs? The answer is Sacred Heart. And question 20. What character, whose real name is Alonzo Quijano, is a hidalgo, or a member of the lowest nobility, but reads too many chivalric romances and decides to become a knight-errant in order to revive chivalry and serve his country in the novel by Miguel de Cervantes? He is the Man of La Mancha. His name is Don Quixote, or Don Quixote de la Mancha. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Thank you to Krista for submitting 2 great quizzes. Hopefully you're enjoying your road trip kit. If there's anyone out there who would like to earn one of these road trip kits, all you got to do is jump over to our Facebook page. Just look up Road TRIpVIA. You'll find it. It's the only Road TRIpVIA on Facebook. And we've got all the guidelines on how you can write a couple quizzes and get yourself one of these road trip kits. I think that's it for now. Here's question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Twin Peaks is a television drama focusing on FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper's investigation of the murder of Laura Palmer in the Pacific Northwest titular town. As he passes the town line, he sees the iconic sign welcoming him to the community. What is the town's population listed on that sign? Whichever player gets closest is going to win the point. You don't have to get it right on, just get close. What is the population of Twin Peaks? The answer is 51,201. Whichever player got closest to that wins the point. If it was a tiebreaker, they just won the whole game. Congratulations. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Krista for a great quiz. See everybody tomorrow for day number 314.